Welcome to the supplement of the week. So on this week's episode, we're talking sex, stories, and supplements. Because I know immediately when you looked at this, what was going through your brain. So as you can see, it's not what you initially thought, ha ha ha. It's Liftoff by Herbalife. But before I get into what Liftoff is and what it can do for you and why I decided to title this episode Sex, Stories, and Liftoff, because A, this looks like a condom, and I know that 99% of you, that's immediately what you thought. So I thought I'd tie it in because it reminded me of several different things that I used to do in college. So when I went to Sam Houston State University and University of Houston, I also started a nonprofit with two of my best friends called Millennium Models, and it's still in existence today, you guys, and we're so grateful and so proud. And Models stood for making optimum differences in everyone's lives at SAM. So how does that relate to sex, stories, and supplements? Well, one of the things we did when we had the nonprofit in college was we hosted this amazing panel that literally everyone wanted to know about simply because of the name. So back then, social media didn't exist, all these different platforms didn't exist, podcasts, all this stuff, because full disclaimer, I graduated with my graduate degree in 2003 and my undergraduate in 2002. So back then, Facebook, none of this existed. But I learned how to market and I learned what made people pay attention. And so I was thinking about, how can I title this episode to make it relatable, but also informative, but also, potentially viral. Well, sex, supplements, and stories, or sex, stories, and supplements will definitely do that, right? So what was the name of the panel that we did and how did it go viral across our campus? Well, it was sex from all different positions. And we had a panel with a lady that was had a sex toy company. We had dancers on the panel, and then we had a girl that had chose to not have sex until marriage. Well, back then that was totally foreign to me. And I grew up with a mom that was very focused on her faith and Catholic, and I grew up, and actually I grew up in Houston, but I was born in Poland. And I grew up with a dad that he is from Bulgaria. So totally different backgrounds. However, I believe they were both drawn to each other through the power of the Holy Spirit, which leads me to also more stories and my own story. And when I was 15 or 16, I always thought the first person that you had sex with easily and effortlessly was going to lead to marriage. Well, that wasn't the case. And I actually ended up in an abusive relationship for 4 years, and I'm shaking. And I started sharing my story back in college through this organization and releasing it because it was right after I had finally left it. And I didn't then have the faith or the strength to make the decision to wait for sex till marriage. But I did finally develop that strength and that resilience and believe and know that I'm worth it, that I'm worth waiting for, actually in 2010. And I never imagined that, 8 years later, I was still gonna be waiting for God to bring it all together, but here I am. So for those of you that are not happy with your relationships, you're not happy with the outcomes that you continue to get, look at yourself. Look at, do you truly, truly, truly believe that you're worthy? And are you setting the standard? And ladies, as women, we're the ones ultimately that, and this is in no way, shape, or form, you guys, a religious message. It's a spiritual message. It's about knowing your worth and standing up for your worth. And not only for yourself, but also for our men to truly see you as the valuable and priceless queen that you are. And some choose to have sex before marriage, and that's your choice. And there's zero judgment, Lord knows, but at the same time, know when you truly, truly, truly know your worth in whatever capacity that is, and you are willing to wait, it puts away the bullshit, basically. And very clearly, you know, guys are gonna know what to do and to treat you like a queen, and vice versa. That's treating them like the kings that they are at the same time, which reminds me of the book, The Weight, by Devon Franklin and by Megan Good. So funny thing, back in 2010 and then into early 11, I started hearing about their relationship right at the same time that I made that decision to completely and utterly follow the Holy Spirit in every way, not just in one or two ways. And so with that being said, recently I learned about their book, The Weight, and it just really helped give me even more hope and insight, just seeing where their relationship and their marriage is and the things that they share and just how amazing their love is and their passions and their purpose and all of that. So back to supplements and Liftoff and what this is. So Liftoff is an amazing supplement with Herbalife, and it helps with your energy. There's vitamin C, B12, and it's absolutely incredible. It's literally, you guys, a tablet that you can fizz in water, but because I'm a beast, I'm going to take it to the head and take a Liftoff shot and just basically chew through it. Oh my God, it's like fizzing on my tongue. I've never done this before. I always put it in water, so this is new for me too. It's literally like disintegrating on my tongue. So that is your supplement of the week. Comment down below on any insight you got from sex, stories, and supplements. Oh, and the supplement of the week was inspired by Tamara Haddad, one of my Team Edge fam sisters, because I saw her do an episode. But I was like, you know what? I want to do something fun and funky. It was totally me, that people can see more of my personality and even more of my story, instead of simply focusing on a supplement on a product and relating stories and what results you get. It's crazy energy, you guys. I'm about to go to the gym and beast it. But first, I'm gonna film an episode on bikini prep. Good coaches, bad coaches, supplements I use, hello. And my next show in July here in Atlanta. There's also a link down below to my freebies and my free 14-day challenge with health, money, and business. So check it out and hope to see you soon.